What's good, everybody? Today I gotta ask, man, what version of LeBron is the best LeBron? Me personally, I believe LeBron, when he came back to Cleveland for that second stint, which is the team I'm going up against today, I believe that was the best version of LeBron. I believe his early Cleveland years, I mean, he was just so amazing with the nuclear athleticism that carried him to a finals appearance. I believe in Miami, when he lost in the finals to Dallas, I think that taught him how to be a champion, and it taught him what it took to become one, which is why the next year they won it against OKC. Obviously, in my opinion, the most dominating LeBron would be Miami, because I mean, he was just on a whole nother level. But I believe it all came together when he came back to Cleveland. I'm not basing my opinion off of winning. I'm strictly looking at the eye test. A lot of people have a lot of things that determine how they feel about a player, based off wins, based off accolades. Me, I personally, all I care about is the eye test. I feel like I have a great eye for talent and scouting talent, so the eye test is everything. The eye test tells me everything I need to know. Now, the thing about the eye test is that has nothing to really do with team play. Because your eyes can tell you one thing, right? For example, if we're talking about, let's say we're talking about this Cleveland Cavaliers team going against the Warriors. The eye test will tell you, well, if LeBron just guards KD and Kyrie guards Steph and JR can slow down Klay Thompson, then they should beat that team. But it's more X's and O's in basketball than just coming to the eye test. I mean, the eye test tells you, hey, if they just play better defense or switch these matchups up, then they should have more success. Well, clearly that does not translate to actual gameplay and actually getting out there and playing. So when I talk about the eye test, I'm really strictly just talking about from an individual standpoint. Not really talking about accolades, stats, or anything like that. It's just like, I have seen people dominate a game without scoring. Like Draymond Green, I have seen him dominate an entire game and not really score the basketball. That's an eye test thing. What a lot of people will care about, well, Steph had 40 points, but if you actually watched the game and didn't look at the stat sheets at the end, you would have saw Draymond Green guard 1 through 5, get key rebounds, get key assists, setting the team up in the right position to score, setting Steph up to score. That's what you would have seen. And only the eye test will tell you that. The stat sheet is not going to tell you that. The stat sheet doesn't really tell you effort. Just because a guy got a lot of rebounds, which is amazing, doesn't mean he gave the most effort. The effort is the guy that was boxing out so his teammate could get those rebounds. But what do y'all think the best version of LeBron is? I mean, Dwayne Wade said that he believed the Lakers' LeBron was the best version of LeBron. I don't know whether he's saying that because he didn't believe that they could win the championship in LA. Or, I mean, the man did play with him for a good part of his career, and they're also best friends. So, if Dwayne Wade feels like the Lakers' LeBron has been the best LeBron, I'm pretty sure he has a great reason for believing that. So, but for me, him coming back to Cleveland, I mean, I guess I'm a little bit biased. Kyrie Irving is my all-time favorite player, but when it comes to LeBron, I'm trying to tell you, I believe, I just believe that when he came back to Cleveland, He knew how to become a champion, and he was able to lead that particular team to a championship. You know, I think that was the best version of him I ever saw. Obviously, his career is still going. You know, he'll eventually pass Kareem while he's at his pace. It doesn't look like he plans on retiring, at least till one of his sons enter into the league. So, and there's a good chance he might feel like he want to play with both his sons. And that's if Bryce even wants to, like, go to the NBA. I know he's playing, and I know he had the major growth spurt, but Bronny's the only one I've really heard say he actually wants to play in the NBA one day. I haven't heard that from Bryce. And you know what? No matter what their family decides to do, that they're going to be well off. So, I mean, hopefully he does get a chance to play with both of them if they both decide to want to go. You know, that'd be something to see, because I don't think that's ever been done before. I've seen a father and son play in professional sports before, and I've seen fathers who were professional athletes have sons that have played before, but to get two sons, like, that would be like if Dell Curry played with Steph and Seth. You know, that would just be amazing. Not to mention the shooting that's on the floor would be incredible, but I don't know. So in this particular game, now that we're kind of getting closer and closer to the end of this game,
11 points in the game.
I had a feeling that he would try to, like, do a lot of pick and roll, but the thing about the lineup he has right now is that with Tristan Thompson on the floor, if he can't develop some type of pick and roll offense, it was going to be tough for him to score. And what really killed him this particular game is why his starters are on the floor in the second quarter. I still had the lead, and I'm just, like, giving all my starters time to rest. The game desperately needs to fix fatigue. I mean, it should be a factor in the game instead of just a Gatorade symbol. The only time I've really seen fatigue play a factor is somebody just possibly missing a dunk or something like that, or missing a layup that they'll normally dunk. Other than that, like, there's no shooting penalty for fatigue, and I have a huge problem with that. I'm fine with bigger players getting tired faster than smaller players. I mean, I understand. And I'm not too thrilled with the IQ of the AI as far as movement and spacing, because, like, if you're a shooter and you're wide open on the three-point line, there's no reason to cut. If you're not a shooter and you're wide open on the three-point line, well, I should not really have to call something out to get the AI to get that guy to cut. If he come up to me, that should be an immediate back door, because you know you're not going to shoot the ball. And that's the only way to make a defender stay home. But if they can constantly just come down, double team all day, you know, there's not much you can do. But the whole second quarter, I pretty much had a decent lead. Mario Chalmers had a huge second quarter, as you're going to see him knock down this wide open three. He had a huge second quarter, which gave me enough of a lead. As you see, my starters, they prepared to come back in at this point, but the more they rest, the longer I can leave them on the floor. So as you see right there, that little fake backdoor cut, I don't have to respect that. And as long as I don't have to respect it, it's going to be hard for this guy to score if he can't just call a screen and shoot off the screen. So right here, he comes down again, Mario Chalmers. I'm telling you, he had a huge second quarter. You know, I love Mario Chalmers, even though I'm a Mizzou fan over KU all day, every day. But Mario Chalmers hit one of the biggest shots in college history. I was glad to see him become an NBA champion, so it's pretty cool. But now at this point, my starters are back in with a ton of rest. And there's not really much he can do at this point, because obviously Kyrie, LeBron, Kevin Love, these guys have all been wasting energy. What I kind of don't like about this style of 2K, if you notice, it's very hard for him to try to get Kevin Love involved. Now, me, I typically do a pretty good job of utilizing this team to its full potential, but when you base the game just strictly off of shooting, one thing I always said about 2K, they have to be able to blend eras, right? And that IQ should follow. So if I'm using a team that don't necessarily got three-point shooting, it does not mean that they can't properly space the floor. You know, it just means they have to do it through the mid-range game as opposed to the three-point line. But anyway, let me know what you guys' best version of LeBron is in the comments section. Other than that, I hope you guys have enjoyed another video. 2K23 is coming soon, so this might be the last video until 2K24. It's been Lethal. I'm out.